How's it going, everyone? The Trout 91 here for a special video. This is a Friday commentary, and it's that time of year again, boys and girls, where I do my what I learned in that year kind of video. So this year, obviously being 2015, we're going to be focusing on what I learnt in 2015. Now, this is a video that I've done almost every year since 2012, so obviously it's not that far down the line as far as the series goes, but it's something I want to do every year because I'm always learning new things. And one thing I love about doing YouTube and my channel is that for some reason, I can't remember what point it was, but I've always been wanting to install my wisdom on people. You know, I wish I had someone when I was younger to kind of give me advice and give me these kind of higher tiers of thought process or learning, to kind of learn from mistakes and be a bit more calm about going into the future and what to expect in certain situations and just give general advice. And if I had someone like that watching over me to give that, I think I would have had a much easier time. But you know, what your life decisions and mistakes and positives make you who you are. So I guess I can't really complain too much that everything I've done up to this point that I've learned is something that has shaped me as a person. So I can't really be too down in the dumps about it, and I can't really complain too much. All I can do is kind of give you my insight going forward from this point onwards. So that's kind of why I do these videos, but also just kind of sum the year up. So this morning I sat and watched my previous videos of this, you know, 2012, 13, 14, and honestly I found them quite boring. I don't know how you guys listen to my absolute dribble all the time, but I don't know, I just, kudos to you, to be honest. I was a little bit bored watching them, but either way. So, 2015, it was actually a pretty awful year for me. It was not a good year. I'm not happy with a lot of what happened during this year. It was one of those years where everyone was just not good. People were just very, very much against me in a lot of ways. Now, I don't want to go into too much detail, but there were a lot of people who took me for advantage, a lot of people who screwed me over in certain places, a lot of people who really didn't respect me or treat me the way that I would like to be treated, which is really annoying considering I'm the kind of person who will always give people the benefit of the doubt. I always treat people the way I would like to be treated. I treat people with open arms. I'll treat a complete stranger like my best friend, because that's the kind of guy I am. I care for people that I hardly know. Any of you who watched my life video back in the day knows that I sat there the day after I put it up answering thousands of messages all day. I got up, I sat there on the computer at 12 in the afternoon answering messages until about 12, 1 o'clock at night. That's all I did that entire day. And it was all people asking for help and advice and, you know, just giving me their 2 cents on certain situations in their life, and they wanted someone to give them some thoughts and help. And that's the kind of person I am. And this year that kind of got abused a little bit too much. And it's time to learn mistakes. So I kind of didn't learn from some of the lessons that I gave myself, you know, like cherish something special. I don't think I cherished something special quite enough this year. It's a completely different story for a completely different time. Don't want to go into too much detail about it. But I didn't do that. I didn't value my friends properly, which is something I hugely regret. You know, with work, events, girlfriends and stuff like that, I kind of neglected my friends a lot, which really, really was not what I wanted to do. Nothing stays certain. No matter how much you think it is certain, I found that, you know, things don't always stay certain. And unfortunately, I forgot about that, and that came back to bite me in the bum. And the only thing I can say that actually was consistent is if you put your all into something, you will get it back. You will get the rewards back, which I say is fairly true. Doesn't always happen, but a lot of the time, if you give it your everything and you are sure you've given it your everything, you will have no regrets, and you'll make sure that you actually have got something back from it. So what did I learn this year? You can make a lot of friends in your life. I made so many friends from gaming and from all that, but there are very few true friends, like my best friends, who are there no matter how much I piss them off, no matter how much I neglect them or ignore them or don't really give them enough of my time. They're always there. When I'm down the dumps and being hurt by someone, they've always been there. And that's something that I really, really regretted this year, is not giving them, even over the past few years, is not giving them enough time, because they are some of the best guys that I've ever met. and they are always there every single day when I need them. And that's what I love about them, is no matter what, we're always there no matter what happens. And that's something that I really regretted. I mean, we all went to Berlin recently, and originally I said I wasn't going to go, and then I surprised them by booking flights and stuff like that to stay there and go with them, just to show them how much I appreciated them. I also learned that you might not realize it, but you actually impact other people so much more. Like, the amount of people who came up and told me about, you know, my video production work and my commentating and my gameplay style, like when it comes to competitive, you know, how much you actually impact people and how much you as a person can impact people's lives and change them for the better, and how much people respect you, I would say. It's something that it's hard to wrap your head around. You know that people impact you. I see comments all the time saying, you know, you really helped me out, or really like what you're doing. But when someone comes up to you in person and says it, it means so much more. It's easy to write a couple of words on the internet, but when someone actually comes up to you and says that I really respect what you do and I really appreciate what you've done, it really does mean something a lot more. And you don't know your full capacity until you're put into a situation where you actually have to go and do it. This year, obviously, I moved out to be by myself and live on my own, and I didn't really understand how much of a capacity to be able to live by myself and do things for myself that I actually had until I was put in the position to do it. So that was a really good, life-changing and moving forward kind of experience for me. So let me know what it is in your life that has happened this year, or give me some lessons that you've learned from this year, and let me know how your year went. Are you going to make next year better for yourself? Because I am going to make 2016 mine. I know that's such a generic thing to say, but I'm going to make it a much better year than this year was, because this year sucked for me and I wasn't really happy with it a lot of the time. There was some good stuff in there. That's not to say that it was completely bad the entire year. There was some good stuff, but overall it needed much more improvement, and I'm hoping to do that next year. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the new year. Peace out.